Welcome to another Derek Does. Today, we're going to do these. Hi, welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and if you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Check out my old videos and other cool stuff. Now today, though, we're going to be doing something it's kind of a vintage retro video, and it's of these. These are the Sandlot shoes for the 1993 film The Sandlot. P.F Flyers, when about that time, they came out and they used these shoes in the film because P.F Flyer was and still is a very old brand like Converse that has, and you can check out my other P.F Flyer videos I did on the center highs. But anyway, they made these shoes for the film, or they used them for the film. They probably didn't. I don't know if they actually made them for the film, but they used them for the film. And these are just the black P.F Flyers center high. But then they still sell these today, even though it's 22 years ago when they made the shoes for the film, because they were retro anyway then. They're kind of retro now again. So it's a double retro, I guess you could say. But these are, and I'm going to show you close-ups of these. This is I don't know the exact model of this particular pair, but if you go to the P.F Flyer site, it says center high 93 is the number for these shoes. So look for those if you like these shoes. If you like just a black canvas rubber soled shoe, these are that. But these are kind of widely known, I think, in the shoe world as the Sandlot shoes. They're really cool. They're classic. They're comfortable. They're everything that you would think they would be is these. So what I'll do is this size actually fits me. This is a size 11. I don't know if I'm going to keep them or not. I just found them. I saw them instantly. It's like I was going through and I said, oh my gosh, those are Sandlot shoes. And sure enough, they were. But it was my size 11. So if not, I'll put them on my eBay and I'll have a link below that you can check them out. Because I do have a few pairs of these already if you've seen my other videos. I don't know if I need another pair. But anyway, so these are them, and I'm going to do some close-ups of them, and I'll show you how they look if you wear them. The Sandlot shoes from P.F Flyer, also used in the film. All right, so here they're on. As you can see, these are my size, so I thought I'd show you what they look like. So they look something similar to this. And if you're wearing some selvage denim, they would look something similar to that. They're really comfortable. They're wide. I have a kind of a narrow foot, and I have plenty of room sideways. Plenty of room in the toe too, but it's a wider shoe, which is great if you're going to wear socks with it. And you can also tighten them up, I think, with the laces. You can get those a little tighter, and then you could probably get more your size, but there you go. So here they are. Obviously this is not a brand new pair. It's slightly used, but actually very little use. The classic things to look for if you're looking for a pair of Sandlots, they have to be black, all black. Black rubber, black canvas. That's what these are. So the shoe is a black rubber here and a black canvas, and then it has the green Flyers. Now I've seen them with either the stripe, I think it's depending when P.F Flyers was selling these, either has the stripe or it has a black stripe. So it has one of the two. It's whatever you happen to see. I've seen both, so they're both this model. The new ones I think are black if you buy them brand new. I think this pair's a few years old, so it still had the gray, which most of the center highs, just the normal center's high, had that. It's a classic shoe, very similar to Converse. It's a little beefier. If you can see, the toe area has a very beefy as opposed to what a Converse has, and it comes all the way up to the top. It may even have a few more eyelets than a Converse. I'm not positive. You can count those if you want to. It looks like it's more to me. Now on the bottom, I'll show you the soles. These have the P.F Flyer Posturepedic rigid, what do they call it, rigid wedge. Now the thing about P.F Flyers, when they came out, these were marketed as shoes for orthopedic wear. These were special. These weren't just flat shoes. They were made for orthopedic wear. They were supposedly way more comfortable than a Converse or any other standard canvas shoe at the time. And so they put the Posturepedic foundation sole inside there to let everybody know. but it's just the canvas. It's not doubled or anything. But it's a thick canvas. It really is thick. It's like almost a 9 ounce, maybe a little bit more. Has the black laces. Again, everything's black on this shoe. Even the eyelets here, you can see are black. I mean, on the inside they're aluminum, but on the outside they're black. So it's all black except for that PF really pops there and pops down here with the PF Flyer like that. I really like them. They're a very sharp shoe, but still subdued, I guess you could say, so that, you know, you don't stand out that much. But, and obviously with this particular shoe, people that know will know, because this is the Sandlot shoe. Let's take a look at I'll show you the size tag. So here's the size tag, and it's the size men's 11 or women's 12.5. Now these are made in Indonesia, and I think the newer ones are China made. So again, if you happen to know, I don't know, maybe you can tell from the numbers here. I know it's not from 25, but if you can tell the numbers, I don't think it's this year, but maybe it is, who knows. Take a look at that, and you can kind of tell me, if you're in the know, you can tell me when these shoes were made. I like them. They're a sharp shoe. Again, it's something different than a Converse, because everyone has Converse and not everyone has P.F Flyers. The thing about P.F Flyers, as opposed to the Converse, is they put their badge, and the badge is an actual thick, it's not just like glued or stenciled on there like the Converse. It's actually like a thicker, it's like the 70s. The video I showed you on the Converse 70s retro ones, they did this similar thing where they actually put the thicker badge on there. It's actually sewn too, you can see it right there. And it just really pops really nice, but that's a little feature. But it's on the outside of the shoe as opposed to a Converse, which puts it on the inside of the shoe. The the P.F Flyer Sandlot. Well, there you go, the P.F Flyer Sandlot special shoes. Now, again, these were for the film, and they made them for everybody else after the film, and it's called the Center High 93 is the official term for these. But it's really just the Center High, all in black, with the old green and white logo on the side there. So there they are. Again, they're a great shoe. They're comfortable. They're wide. They look great. I mean, if you like these, get a pair. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed in these, especially if you like Converse and you want something just a little bit more. This would be the shoe for you. It's just a little bit more. It's going to fit different, obviously, than a tennis shoe or something like this, because this is a canvas shoe, but it's still a great shoe, and check them out. I think you might enjoy them. And watch the film, too. It might be fun to pull that film out and watch it again with your new shoes on. Hey, okay. So I'm going to see you on the next Derek Does. Thanks for watching.